back.
Nick and Lex here.
Hey everyone.
How's it going, guys? So tonight we're gonna do our last request. No, not a request. It's a
winner's request.
Winner's
so this
request.
is for our dear friend Ben Richardson. Thank you so much for your patience. We have been wanting to work on this for you for so long, but we finally have the time that we want to have to dedicate. So this is from a band that I have never heard of.
Me neither.
Enslaved, but Ben was a contest winner. We requested to take a selfie making a funny face, and he made an awesome face with his Enslaved shirt on. So he said that he would like us to react to this band that he likes very much. That's all we know. He just said it might be a little bit like different for your channel. So that's all I know.
It's all good. I mean, we love different, you know.
Yeah, we're definitely willing to do whatever you want us to listen to, you know.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for requesting this. Thank you everyone for listening. We've never heard of Enslaved before. This is from the album just called E. From 2017. So really interesting, because normally if you look at our channel, we do lots of 70s, 80s. We're getting into more 80s. So this is definitely going to be great to just listen to and see what it's all about.
Let's explore.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Here we go.
This is the last one for the night.
And this is the first song of the album.
On the album, yeah.
So very, very exciting.
Let's do it. Sounds like a war is going on in the medieval times. have to pause. Like we need it as a reference point.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. Alexia's like. So
so much has happened that I want to say. So let me just start off with the beginning. I really like that calm and serene beginning of I could automatically tell when it started. I'm like, those are hooves. Like I could tell those were horse hooves, and then suddenly we heard the neigh. But
I love that.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know what they call it. I guess it was some kind of horn back in the day.
Like a call of some sort. But yeah, I grew up around horses, and I really like the fact that they started off with that because, and then one part, so before the vocals came in, it kind of reminded me a little bit of Porcupine Tree, when it was doing
maybe
too. Time Flies or something.
Yeah, I actually thought of Porcupine Tree. It's obviously progressive metal.
Yeah.
I love that midsection, after the voice came in, that I guess I'm doing it wrong right now.
Yeah.
But it was very tight. It sounded very heavy. The bass and the guitar and the double drums, they were doing all the same, and it sounds very
Yes, it does.
I love that. And the voice doesn't even bother me. I mean, I'm not even bothered by growls anymore.
Yeah. The voice is honestly not my cup of tea.
Right.
Just because I'm not
me neither.
used to listening
I'm
to
not
that.
into
And it's not even a growl, it's even different than a growl.
It's like
exactly. Kind of stuff, very ooh, eerie, but I definitely like the musicianship of the song itself is really interesting.
Yes, very, very really good, very prog, very.
And it's the first song, so it's I wonder what the rest of the album is like.
I know. Yeah, it's also not my kind of I don't usually listen to. I actually never listen to growls. Some Opeth has got me into it slowly, but it doesn't really bother me as long as the music's good, you know. But maybe after 5 songs, I would be okay.
Yes,
done,
exactly.
You know? But because you can't really understand what he's saying, But other than that, it's fantastic. I mean, just like you said, I love the intro. I love the intersection right now. It was really cool, very powerful, very like, I was like,
Yes.
you know, grooving along.
Yes.
And but let's see. I think there's a solo coming up or something interesting. But
We'll see.
But yeah,
We
so far,
rewound it just a little bit
yeah,
to get back
I'm
into
loving it. Really cool.
Okay, here we go.
That is
Woo!
literally my that ending
That
in the
was
middle part.
awesome.
That's basically what I love the most because there
Yes,
were
me
super
too.
syncopated parts,
Yes.
and also the chords were like very unpredictable.
Yeah, I really like the ending
Yeah,
too.
yeah. The growling is very. It's hard to get into. I must be honest because it's just like blah, you know.
Yeah.
And I can totally see Ben rocking out to this.
Yeah, he said this was his favorite band, if I'm not mistaken. So he must have listened to them for years, and you know, there's always something for everyone, and I think there's so many people
you can get into it.
And I think there's so many people that only listen to this type of music.
Well, like, for example, my friend, he only this is like death metal.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I mean, but it's just that I don't know, I was just not, I guess I never got into it, and that's not, I'm sure you're happy right now that I listen to the metal that I listen to, because I could be listening to this since the day you met me, and you would be like, oh, Nick, well, I love him, but he kind of like listens to music that's very like, my you know, into because my music, when I play you Iron Maiden or like Metallica or like Judas Priest, you're like, why? I like that shit, you know?
That's true. And from the beginning, because that's kind of how I think our conversations in that scenario would have been much different when we met.
Like, because if I would have told her, like, hey, because I remember, like, when we started, like, talking, she was like, so what do you like, you know, what do you listen to? Well, I like Pink Floyd, and I like this, and she was like, okay, I'm welcome. Like, I'm you know, I'm like, we have the same taste. But if I would have started like, oh yeah, like I like Marilyn Manson, I like, you know, because there's like a kind of like we dislike Marilyn Manson. We dislike what is that band called? My God, Korn. Yeah, it's just like music that we're just not into it. Maybe it's good, other people love it, or Rammstein, you know, but it's just like, it just doesn't click with us. Yeah. And we have very similar music taste. This was interesting, and I'm sure Tobias is gonna like this. Or what do you think? No? Maybe. Yeah. He's more into like more classical. He's not so much into prog. He loves Opeth, but Opeth is so diverse because they're he loves depressive music. Okay. But I can't call this depressive. Okay. It had some like dark elements, but maybe he likes growls. Yeah. So maybe. I could. He's gonna watch this video eventually. But I'm not saying this is like music that I don't like, but it's like it would be kind of harder to get into. Right. It would just be kind of like a journey that I would have to like venture into. Maybe I would, like, for example, the ending of that middle part was super cool. Exactly. That was super Those are my groovy. Favorite parts. That was super groovy because the bass and the guitar was so tight, and the drums like the dum, 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 dum. Yeah. I love that. But overall, thank you so much, Ben, for sharing this with us, because it is good to listen to something that you're not comfortable with. Yes, so I really appreciate you requesting this, and I hope you like this reaction. And thank you everyone so much for watching. If this was your first time, let us know what you thought in the comments. And we hope to see you in the next video. Thank you guys. Bye.